I need the rough side, or even you can make use of your another side also. Okay, because we are not doing any kind of mixing blending, but we are just doing exercise that how you can create the thin lines. Now always keep in mind that we have to do different type of work with oil pastels. Okay, so somewhere we need to do marks. So this is the line practice that you have to do with the oil pastel. This way. Okay, even with the broad side of pastel you practice same thing. You will find somewhere you will find the position of pastel that will give you a thin line. See, when I'm not putting too much of pressure, I can get this thin line. And when my hand pressure is more, I can get thick lines. So what you have to do, you have to practice everything. You have to practice thin lines with the same side of pastel. So how I'm getting thin lines? When I'm putting less pressure. And you also get thick lines. So in thicker lines I am putting little bit more pressure. This way. So how you have to do it? You have to do it all the ways. You have to do it vertically, you have to do it horizontal lines. So I'm telling you all the ways you have to practice, and not only the small size, you can just practice this size. You will get uneven lines in starting, but when you keep doing it, you will start getting the clean line, clean and crisp. And if you are not focused, your line can go this way, wavy. And also see the quality of line. Is it thick? Is it thin? Or I'm getting the mixed result. Somewhere my line is thin, somewhere it is thick. You need all kind of control in your hand, because only this is the pastel. You don't have any other material, just pastels. So we have to learn how to create different variations, different lines just with this single pastel. And it works when we apply different hand pressures, right? So one you have to do it long lines, another one you have to do it small lines. And if you're getting the broad line, that means your focus is out. You are not focused. Same thing I can do with the broad pastel where I don't have a shade. it's round. Okay, this one is round. So I can use again this one to create the thin lines. You will definitely find one of the position in your pastel that will give you a thin line. Okay, so you will understand which area of the pastel I have to use to get the thin lines. Keep changing the position of pastel, keep rotating it. I will also give you the idea that how you can use pastel to create those tiny lines. But first you also practice this one. See, I'm getting the broad lines. So this broad line can be technique also. Okay. So you have to practice all. Thick lines, thin lines. If I put more pressure, I will get thick lines. So you practice horizontal, vertical lines, this also. And same practice we do in a watercolor session also. Okay, this exercise will give you more control when you work on details, so it will give you more control. Okay, you can also do diagonal lines. And I will show you why we are doing it. Because when I will share the reason, then you will do it nicely. Do it diagonally and do it different ways, like I can also do this way. Wherever you find space, instead of wasting your paper, you keep doing it. And when you keep doing this exercise, what will happen? You will understand how much pressure I need to put to get those lines, whether thin line or thick line. Okay. And even you can practice spirals. These all are the exercises that will help you to control your hand pressure, and you will get good control on your pastels. So we are understanding our pastels. If I am showing you only 2 spirals here, that means you have to do it at least 10 times. Okay, or maybe more than that. You can also practice wavy lines. And then you can do with low pressure, you can keep doing this type of lines, just like a thread is moving. Keep dragging your pastel. This is another exercise. Now I need a knife or a paper cutter, so you must have this type of paper cutter. Okay, what we will do, when you think you are not getting the details, or when it comes to working on details, what we will do, if you have used both the sides of pastel, I always suggest one side you work only with one side, and another side you always keep crisp and fresh. So whenever you need those tiny lines or tiny details, at that time you can use it. Okay, so the back side of pastel we use when we need for the details. So you can see how detail like a line I can get. See, so this side I have to secure for my edges, for my drawing lines, for my details in my painting. Okay, and we can also do a small strokes when we need it. These type of small broken lines you can do it. So this you have to practice broken lines, and then you can also practice dots. These dots. So are you able to do these kind of dots with pastels? Are you able to do broken lines with these pastels? Are you able to do spirals or these kind of tangle lines? Okay, everything should be easy for you when it comes to holding pastel and doing anything. It should be easy for you. So that's why I am giving you these kind of exercise. Every strip or dot should be similar. So this much control you should have in your hand. See, this much control you should have in your hand. If I'm doing little bit bigger size dots, so every dot should be almost similar. Okay, so these are the exercises that you have to master. Now another thing what we do, I'll show you. I have some of my old pastels. You know, these pastels are, you can say, my first oil pastels, which I used first time in 2015. I still have these pastels with me. Okay, I'm going to show you what we used to do. One side of a pastel we make it like a pencil. How? I just I need one paper and I need a paper cutter and just sharp like a pastel. Only one side you have to do it. When you are working on the final details, so then we do this technique. We make it quite sharp. And now this is your pencil. Okay? And now you can use this pencil whatever you want to do. You can easily do it. You can write your name. See? You can try writing your name. And this much thin lines I can do with pastels. Now when we used to work on beard or mustache or hairs, tiny hairs, we use this technique. And you can see how thin lines I can make with pastels. Or you can do the leaf and then you can fill like this. So try to do these exercise plays a very important role when it comes to working with detail kind of works. Okay, so I will show you. Same way you can do the thin lines. Same way. Okay, same way you can do the spirals. So what you are doing, not only this sharpening one side, but with the broad pastels you are doing same thing. I want you to train yourself this much that it feel like impossible to others that how you have done with the pastels. Okay, so same thing you try with the broad pastel. This much control you should have in your hand. So if I want a thin line, I can easily do with pastel. And even if I'm using my sharp one, this way I have more control on these lines, and it will help me to do tiny details. Now, how this exercise will going to help you, it's very important to discuss. So let me show you. Yes, when you will be working on your reference images, so can you see these kind of lines? Is it visible to you? Can you see these lines? For this we need a practice. For these kind of lines, you can also see the dots here. Can you see tiny dots? Can you see these type of lines like pattern? If I zoom it, can you see the pattern here? Just see whatever I'm showing you. This line, this line. This will come when you have a good control on your pastel. Okay, and there are n number of patterns. Like here, if I talk this portion, see, these are the techniques. So whatever we are discussing here, the exercise that we are doing, it will all help you to create your painting. All these lines, you can see the small dot here, these dots. Okay, these dots. These will help you. If you practice tripling, it will going to help you. Okay, like here we have different kind of patterns. So every single leaf is different from each other. This will come with a layering technique. I just want to show you why we are doing lines. Okay, so just understand that thing. See here also, these are lines. So that's why I'm saying do the diagonal lines, do the diagonal practice, do the straight line, vertical line. So no matter whatever is a reference image, you will easily able to handle it. There are different kind of lines in every single petal. If you see this part, if I zoom it, then also there are some yellow kind of lines. See these lines. So this is what I'm saying. Study your reference images. See every single thing. What is going on there? Okay. If you see this, so there is also a line. You can see lines this way. These lines. Right? So I am not sharing much, but I am saying that, you know, these are all patterns, and these are all lines. See, these are all lines. So this is a part of a detail, and this will come only when you practice. Now the mixing, blending, layering exercises that I'm sharing with you, it will help you in your background also, because background is with multiple layers. Okay, there are n number of layers. Now can anyone guess, and can anyone tell, or you can just type it down in chat, what colors can be used in this to create this kind of background? What do you think? Just type it in chat. What colors you think will be used if you prepare the painting? Just do the guesswork. Okay. Okay, Ankita says sap green. What should be the base layer? Now tell me, what should be the base layer? Okay, good job, Pooja. Okay. Yellow. What should be the second layer? Some kind of green, right? Yeah. And then sap green we can use on top. And wherever you see the areas darker, what can we use there? We can use blue to create that, right? Black is the last thing that we have to use. Last, at the end, we are going to use to create more depth in your greens. But don't use direct black in your paintings. Black should be last option. So that means you have used all the darkest shades in your from your set, and then the last option will be blue. Blue, white for the blending. Okay, so if we want to create the darkest kind of impression, then obviously you can use blue for the darker area. Now not everywhere is dark, okay? Like this area is dark, so we can use blue here, we can use blue here. So if we use more blue, it will give you more dark. Less blue, less dark, right? So this will come under color mixing class when we are going to do it. So don't worry about it. But yes, you all are right that first what we need yellows, because just see the overall picture, how it is looking. It is looking like a warm tone in base, right? Some kind of warmth. And when it is like a warm, so we use yellow in the base. So that means the entire thing will be yellow. Second can be green. Any kind of green you can use, which is warm. Yellow green color you can use. And some places we ever have a brown. Yeah, some places we also have a brown kind of feel. This area, so I can see here is a brown area, here also is a brown touches. So wherever is the brown touches, base there we can use that color, or on top also you can use that color. There are multiple ways to do it. Okay, so why I'm sharing this, the exercises that you are doing, layering with 5 layers and then blending, that exercise will help you to come up with the flawless kind of backgrounds, flawless background that no one even imagined that this is done with pastel or watercolors or oil, what medium you have used, right? So it will be visible in your practice, it will be visible in your paintings when you do a good job with the practice part. And then why I'm making you understand this kind of thing, that you need to practice thin lines, thick lines, vertical lines, horizontal lines, diagonal lines, because this will help you to create these type of patterns in your painting. Okay, see, these are all patterns and you will find it easy. So just do the practices, right? You can also do any kind of lines this way also. Oops, is it too harsh? See these kind of lines. Or these kind of lines. So these lines are helping you to get good control on your hand.